Hey guys, this is Stacy from EatTheBite.com, and today I'm making Dijon chicken thighs with apple, leeks, and fennel. Let me show you how to make it. We're using fresh herbs for this one, so I'll start by pulling rosemary leaves off the stems. Then I'll finely dice it down into small bits like this. Then I'll set it aside. I'll do the same thing with my fresh thyme. Gently pull the thyme leaves from the stems. I will start from the top and pull down gently like this. Then I'll dice it down fine like you see here. Next, I've got some fresh garlic. I'll smash each clove with the edge of my knife. Then I'll remove the skins, and I'll dice it down fine like you see here. After that, I'm going to add that garlic to a small bowl with my rosemary and thyme. Then I'm going to add some Dijon mustard and olive oil, apple cider vinegar, brown sugar, and pepper. Next, just whisk it all together until it's well combined and looks about like this. Now I'll set that aside a few minutes. I do like to trim all the obvious flaps of fat hanging off the chicken thighs and also any additional fat from the underside as well. Once that's done, I'm going to season my chicken with a little bit of salt and pepper. And I will go ahead and turn those pieces over and season the other side with a little bit of salt and pepper as well. Now I'll add the Dijon marinade to the chicken bowl. Then I'm going to mix everything together so all the pieces are coated with the marinade. Once that's done, I'll transfer the chicken pieces to a large slider bag. And you want to make sure you squeeze all the air out of the bag before zipping it closed. I usually give it one final massage to make sure the chicken is evenly coated and to make sure the chicken thighs are laying flat. You can marinate anywhere from a few hours to overnight. I usually leave it overnight, then it's ready for the next night's dinner. After the chicken is marinated, it's time to cut the leeks. We'll be using the white and light green parts of the leeks. But first we're going to cut off the little fraggle top ends. Then I usually cut them into rounds like you see here. I always keep a bowl of water off to the side where I put the sliced leeks because leeks can be very dirty, so they need to be cleaned thoroughly. Once you've finished slicing all the leeks, we're going to go back to the bowl. Push the leeks down in the water and separate the rings as best you can, then drain the water in the sink. I've got one large fennel bulb, and I'll be using the bottom white part. I'll leave that knob on the bottom since I'm slicing with my mandolin. First, I'll secure the fennel onto my slicer handle, then thinly slice it until it looks about like this. And you should get about 1 heaping cup of sliced fennel. I'm going to go ahead and add the fennel slices to a pan with my sliced leeks. Then I'm going to add some olive oil and season it with a little bit of salt and pepper. Then we're just going to give it a little toss to coat everything evenly, and then we'll set it aside to finish our other prep. You'll need to slice a couple of apples, so I'm going to start by peeling them first. Then I'm going to cut the apple into chunks around the core. Then cut the apples into 1/4-inch slices. And they should look approximately like this when you're done. After that, I'll take a couple of extra sprigs of rosemary and then I'm going to lay them on top of the leeks and fennel. Then I'm going to do the same thing with the fresh thyme. I'll take a few sprigs, break them in half, and add them to the pan. Next, we'll add the apples on top of our herbs and veggies. And you just want to make sure you spread the apple slices out evenly over the whole pan. Then I'm going to take a little bit of brown sugar and sprinkle it on top of the apples. Lastly, I'm going to place the chicken on top of the apples. And you want to pull the skin over the chicken if it shifted while marinating. Then we want to push the chicken down gently to nestle it in with the apples, leeks, and fennel. You should also wipe any of the diced garlic off the skin and into the veggie mixture before cooking. Now it's time to bake our chicken in a preheated oven at 400 degrees for 1 hour. And when it's done, it'll be nice and golden brown and delicious. To plate the food, I took some of that awesome apple, leeks, and fennel mixture, and I put it on top of basmati rice. Then the chicken on top of that. I saved some fennel fronds to use as a garnish, and I also had some chopped parsley on hand. And here's our plate of gourmet food. If you want to serve this family style, just place the chicken thighs on top of the apple, leek, and fennel mixture, garnish with the fennel fronds, some of that fresh thyme, a little rosemary, and chopped parsley if you have it. And now it is definitely time to eat the bite. And I'll leave you with some of my Eat the Bite commentary while sampling this awesome chicken dish. Okay, so I'm gonna get some of my fennel, leeks, apple, oh, and rice. Perfect bite right here. Okay, I'm going in. That is outstanding. Prefer to eat with a spoon. I might have to switch to a spoon actually. You know what? That marinade, that Dijon, I'm switching to a spoon. I normally eat with a spoon. I don't know why I'm eating with a fork. I'm gonna pull all this chicken off. Yeah, there you go. Oh. There's this delicious sweetness and savoriness to this. Oh, and that skin was really good. The chicken is tender and juicy and so flavorful. This is going to be one of my absolute new winter fall dinners. And that rosemary and thyme. This flavor profile is the best of both worlds in terms of a little bit sweet and a little bit savory. It is absolutely the best of both worlds. This is one of the most delicious things I've ever made. Oh. Winner, winner, chicken dinner right here. Absolutely. And this is not hard to make. This is not hard to make. I gotta tell you, I know it's more expensive to buy fresh herbs, but I think it really makes a difference. You can still do it with dried. In fact, I did it with dried herbs when I tested it. I just used dried thyme when I tested it. I didn't use rosemary. When you add the right ingredients together, the dimension, the depth of the flavor is just, you know, I'm gonna cut those apples a little bit. The depth of flavor just becomes, it's the differentiator between, oh, that was good, and oh my God, how did you make that? Oh, I licked my fingers again. I'm sorry, guys. I'm really happy. I'm really happy right now. I'm always happy if I'm eating an absolutely delicious meal. That's exactly what's happening right now. I think this says it all right here. Completely empty plate. That's all for now, guys. If you enjoyed this video, you should definitely like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And as always, you'll find this and all the printable recipes over on my website at eatthebite.com. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Oh, all the things that try to get away while you're cooking. They're trying to escape. Do you want to go swimming with your friends? And then get cooked and put in my mouth? Oh yeah.